Hi, do you know what an eau de toilette means? Do you know what a parfum means? Do you know what the difference is between them? Most people I know don't really know it, or they're not thinking about it. But if you stick around, we'll go through it in a bit more detail right after this. G'day and welcome to Mr Scentric. You're with Mark, and thank you for joining me again. Today I wanted to quickly cover off on the different classifications of fragrance, so that might help some of you out there that are wanting to learn more, or you might be starting your fragrance collection and you want to be more informed and just understand why different fragrances work differently on your skin. This video might be for you. So let's quickly fly through this. Let's keep it high level and not get too technical. And we'll start from the beginning with a cologne or eau de cologne. This will contain typically between 2 and 5% perfume oil. So that means it's going to contain a lot of alcohol. And for that reason, it won't last as long on your skin. It won't contain as many notes, and those notes will be fresher type notes. They won't be as heavy. It just won't last as long on your skin, but that's what it's designed for. And then we move on to an EDT or eau de toilette. Here's an example, Dior Sauvage. EDTs contain between 5 and 12% perfume oil, so a bit more perfume oil, but it won't be as dense as a eau de parfum or parfum. The notes will generally be fresher than those as well, but you'll start to see some heavier notes introduced. EDTs can sometimes be heavier or louder in the opening, I should say, and that's because of the higher alcohol content that's radiating and burning off your skin. And then we move into an eau de parfum or an EDP. Here's an example, Bleu de Chanel EDP. They generally contain between 12 and 20% perfume oil. So more perfume oil, less alcohol. You'll start to see denser notes introduced, and that means that they'll sit heavier on the skin. And for that reason, it probably won't be as loud in the opening as, say, an EDT, but generally it will last longer. Then we move into a parfum. This is Eau Sauvage Parfum. And here's an example of an extrait de parfum. This is Fugazi Goude. It's a rose oud perfume. They will contain generally 20 to 40% perfume oil. So a lot more perfume oil, a lot less alcohol. Really dense notes introduced in these. The notes will be quite heavy on your skin, and for that reason, it really won't be as loud as an EDT. But because they're so dense and they're not burning as much off your skin, it will last a lot longer. So that's how a parfum and extrait de parfum performs. So what does all this mean? It just means that there's different types of fragrances that perform differently. If you want something that's going to really project a lot in the beginning, the rule of thumb is go with an EDT. If you want something that's going to be really long lasting, go with a parfum. If you want something that is in the middle, go for an eau de parfum. But as I said, everyone's skin is different, and you just need to test on your skin. So really go out there and test, see how it performs, see how it lasts, and everyone's going to be different. So I hope that gives you a bit of an insight into the different types of fragrances. Really the key is to test it and see how it performs on your skin. If you've got any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.